beautiful. It's your Jimmylee, your private designer. What I want to talk to you about, a lot of people ask me all the time, how did you know you're going to be a designer? What did it take to be a designer? And when do you get that feeling? Well, for me, I always had the feeling that I had to be in some kind of fashion. So it's too much for one segment to sit there and explain the whole process, but let's do a little bit of a 101 class. If you wanted to get in fashion, you have to determine if you love the idea of high fashion, if you love the idea of buying stuff and selling it in storage, which is called a buyer, if you love moving things around and just reshaping things, which could be a merchandiser. There is so many different fields in fashion that it doesn't always mean that you're going to be a designer. It just means that you're working in the designing field. So how do you know which one you're good at? Try working in retail. Go into a Macy's or go into any small little boutique and work it and see what you like. See what you're good at. Now, merchandising was my gig. So I became really good at changing the whole store. So every time somebody came in, it was a different look. I was a kid, and I remember I was a manager of a clothing store. And I would always change my store around. And the regional manager came in, which is one step above a district manager, and said, "This is not the floor plan that you were supposed to be." I said, "Well, the floor plan you gave me wasn't working. I did it this way." Within 3 weeks, they made me the merchandiser of the company, 300 stores. I was a kid, but I was determined. Fashion has been my life. How do you know if it's your life? By taking these jobs and seeing what you feel good in. We always talk about fashion inside, like the inner love of fashion, for you to know how to dress and what looks good. For a job, you have to do the same. I love coming to my dress shop and I feel special because I know that I'm home here. This is where I'm the most relaxed. You have to feel like you're at home in what you do to be happy. Now, working in a mall, you see a lot of managers come and go, but not in my stores. I have had managers that have been with me over 20 years because it is a good place to be. It's home. You have to feel like fashion is home for you. So if it's buying, if it's selling, if it's merchandising, if it's the fashion line because you love fabric. Some people love to draw, but yet they're not good at putting it together. Well, that's why you have a team. I remember that one time I worked with people that worked with Versace, and they said that he loved to draw and he had the vision, but there was an element that he was missing. And he knew how to sew. The element that he was missing was, how do you relate to the average person? Well, Versace doesn't. So that is kind of how he puts himself out there. Now, as a custom designer, I had to relate to you because you're the one I have to make happy. You would come in and you would say, I did, the Buffalo Bills, and they would come in with the big shoulders and the small waist. I did the Sabres that had a bigger behind and this and that. And I did Aretha Franklin. I put sleeves on her that kind of held her arms in, so her dresses didn't look like she was going to prom every day. I have extended myself in every aspect there is. I created our own line called Motivator, which is a shapewear line that sucks you in. We trademarked it and patented it because it's my passion to make you happy. It is my life to turn around and, you know how I look at it is every day, if I do one good thing, just one good thing, I feel good inside. That's what the inner fashion comes in. You know how I always say love within, fashion from within? Well, pleasing comes from within. So as a fashion designer, you got to ready to give up your life and please. I didn't have kids until I was older. I didn't get married until I was older because my life was my company. And all of a sudden I realized that I need more. So my fashion is now relating how to help you with yours. So not only how to dress better, not only how to feel better, but maybe getting in the fashion field. Maybe I can help you. So go on the comments and leave me some questions. I don't mind answering them. I am the person that you can run to for anything. I didn't have that. In retail, every time I was a manager, a district manager was jealous because I was better than him. Same thing when I was a district manager, same thing when I was a region. Whatever step I took, my goal was the next step. Always. To get better. To be better. Because I know I could be. And so can you. So if you're home right now during COVID and you're sitting on that couch and you're like, I'm giving up. Don't give up, my friend. Be like me. Be a survivor. Be a fighter. And go for your passion. I completely love fashion. But as I say to everybody, I love me more. I love me most. My whole thing is to please me. And if I'm happy, my kids are happy, my husband's happy, I'm hoping you'll be happy. I want you to realize the first step to happiness or the first step for fashion is getting your butt out there. God is so amazing. He gives us so many opportunities, but it's your feet, your footsteps that really make it happen. He can lay it out for you, but if you don't move, it ain't happening. I need us to work together. I need you to be better. I'm trying to be the best I could be every day. I know that I have a ways to go. Believe me, my 5-year-old twins teach me that every day. They're like, Daddy, you're good moments and bad moments. The good has to weigh out the bad. So, all Fashion 101 classes, go into retail. Go work with somebody like me or anybody that you can and say, I want to work, even if it's for free. But if you need the money, go into retail. They're hiring. Put a mask on, call it a day, get out there, learn to live your life. Learn to live your passion. Just like me, it's one step to get to the next step. And trust me, that door will open. And you're going to be on the other side looking at me. And I might be learning from you. Well, it's the beginning of this whole YouTube of how to get into fashion. I just wanted to give you a beginning class on it. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Most important, love yourself. And remember to put on something good today to make you feel better. So when you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, I look good. I don't care if you're 60 pounds. I don't care if you're 400 pounds. I don't care if you're 800 pounds. See something good. If you can't see it through your eyes, see it through mine. Because I think you're fantastic. So, God bless. I love you. And learn to love yourself and get out there and live your passion. See you the next time, my friends. And remember, I almost forgot. If you like it, give thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And hit the bell button. So that means every time I come up with something, you would know. And share it. Send it to your friends. This is just the beginning. We have thousands and thousands of people on our Instagram. On our YouTube, we are going to beat that because of you. So, love you. Talk to you soon. See ya.